In the midst of a swirling tempest of rumors, the Philadelphia Eagles find themselves navigating a critical juncture in their franchise's future. With whispers of A.J. Brown potentially being traded looming over the organization, fans are left to wonder how this could unfold, especially with the Super Bowl window still ajar. Where are you watching from, Eagles Nation? I want to hear your thoughts on this brewing situation in the comments. The chatter is heating up, questioning the motives behind General Manager Howie Roseman's potential move to deal one of the league's most talented receivers, a player many believe is on the path to Hall of Fame status. But let's be clear, this isn't a decision rooted in a lack of appreciation for Brown's talent. Rather, it's a response to a situation largely driven by Brown himself. 2 years ago, Roseman made a bold statement by securing Brown with a lucrative 3-year contract extension worth $92 million, with a staggering $84 million guaranteed. The expectation was to keep him in midnight green until he was 32, a time frame that still left room for future contracts. However, the landscape has shifted dramatically since then. Brown struggles with consistency, particularly in the waning moments of last season, most glaringly in the playoff loss to the 49ers, have cast doubt on his commitment to the Eagles. It's no secret that Brown has been less than enthusiastic about his role in Philadelphia. His cryptic social media messages, criticisms aimed at the Eagles' offensive scheme, and his reluctance to engage in blocking duties signal a player who may not be as invested as the franchise needs him to be. The reality is stark. A.J. Brown's declining focus and troubling drops have raised red flags, and Roseman may very well have reached a tipping point. Let's not forget, Roseman has dealt with unhappy players before. He moved Carson Wentz after just one season of a massive contract, and he traded Zach Ertz as the offensive philosophy shifted away from him, showcasing his willingness to prioritize team cohesion over individual talent. This is a pattern that Eagles fans should take note of. Roseman has proven he will act decisively when the situation calls for it. As we look at Brown's trajectory since joining the Eagles, the numbers tell a compelling story. His record-breaking first season, where he racked up 1,496 yards, feels like a distant memory now. Last year, he barely crossed the 1,000-yard threshold, ending with just 1,003. That decline is not merely a statistical anomaly. It's a reflection of a player who is struggling to find his place in an offense that prioritizes ball security over risk-taking. Despite his discontent, Brown has been careful not to formally request a trade, unlike some of his peers around the league. This restraint speaks volumes about the respect he has for Roseman and the organization. The GM has shown a willingness to facilitate trades when players express a genuine desire for change, and that courtesy is not lost on Brown. When Roseman dealt Ertz, he framed it as an opportunity for both the player and the franchise. That narrative is likely to be echoed if a trade for Brown materializes. But let's be honest. While this may be painted as beneficial for both parties, it's clear that this is more about A.J. Brown's dissatisfaction than the Eagles' desire to part ways with a player of his caliber. As we stand on the precipice of this potential trade, the implications for the Eagles are significant. Will they be able to find a suitable return for a player of Brown's talent? Can they maintain the momentum of their Super Bowl aspirations without him? These are questions that will linger in the minds of Eagles fans as we inch closer to the June 1st deadline. In closing, let's remember that the Eagles have a history of making bold moves, and if A.J. Brown truly wants out, Roseman will do what's best for both the player and the franchise. It's a delicate balance, and one that could very well define the Eagles' future trajectory. I invite you to weigh in. How do you feel about the possibility of A.J. Brown being traded? Comment below, and let's discuss the future of our beloved Eagles. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates and insights into everything Eagles.